Hey guys, Jacob here, OG Sodas. I'm in Wharton Beach, Florida. We have been doing this project for about a year and a half now, and it's been really awesome. We started with kombucha, and we've moved into making non-alcoholic social beverages, things infused with mushrooms, kava, kratom, and a few other items that are just really nice. They make you feel good. There's something you can enjoy when you're at a party or on the beach or just sitting at home watching TV. And as we continue to grow, we are going to be adding more tanks so that we can grow our capacity. We've just added storage racks over in the corner over here. And everything that we're doing is just so that we can continue to scale up. So I recently got a new tank and I wanted to unbox it, show you guys what it looks like. Um, you know, and just go through everything with you so that you have kind of a little peek into the life of the brewmaster Jacob. So, this comes from SS Brew Tech. Everything is completely stainless steel. It is food grade. It's really, really pretty. They do a great job. They have a commercial line, they have a home brewer line, so whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to make, they have something that would probably work for you. As you can see, these things come really well bottled. They do not want anything happening to your equipment while it is en route. 1, 2, 3. Oh, boy. Look at that beauty. Shiny, pretty. Comes with ports for a glycol jacket. Comes with ports for sampling as well as bottling, canning, whatever you're doing. These are really, really nice. These also come with a nice neoprene jacketed sleeve. So both of those looked like this before. But what this does is it really just helps keep the sweating down, which is really nice for here in Florida because it's hot and it's humid. So when you mix those things with cold stainless steel, they sweat a lot. So these tanks help retain the cooling and keep them from sweating, which is really nice. Just makes cleanup a lot easier at the end of the day. I don't have to worry about water going everywhere all the time. And they sent all the fittings nicely packaged, so you don't have to worry about anything being damaged. It's a really nice thick piece of styrofoam. Got your sampling port. It's really nice during your brew process. You can check carbonation level. You can make sure that everything is tasting correctly. It's also nice for mixing. You can hook your pump up to the bottom and you have an inlet going into the tasting and an outlet coming out of the bottom, and you can just let your pump run for a few hours and get a really nice, really good smooth mix going on. Make sure you don't have any sediment that's not getting mixed in. Make sure that whatever you're infusing with is getting mixed in really well. It's huge. Now these come with these 4 lathes. But as you can see on this, we went ahead and went to casters. And the casters are very easy. You can buy them from SS Brew Tech. I bought mine from Amazon because they were $20 versus $80. It's up to you. The ones I got from Amazon are really great. I'm going to put the exact same casters on every single one of my tanks. They were easy to install, very inexpensive. It's coming with your 2 glycol ports, Teflon tape to install those ports, all the rubber gaskets you're going to need, and you're going to see some of them are half open. That's really good for your tasting port because it's only got a little hole. This also works really well for your thermo well because this is actually just going to go in the bottom, in the back of the tank, and it's going to take the temperature. And then I also use that same half for my my pressure gauge because, you know, it just needs to be in the very center. It doesn't need to be the whole thing. And by doing that, you're not reducing flow anywhere. Versus if you were to put it on, say, this L pipe that's coming off the very bottom of the tank, you would definitely be reducing flow. So, again, everything is stainless steel. I haven't had any rusting issues. I've been using these pretty hard now for a little while, and they're working really, really well. I do not have any complaints. Anything that I've had to get added to, replaced, or otherwise, SS Brewtech has been super, super helpful. You know, they answer my calls quickly. They always return emails really fast. And if I need anything, like, you know, very quickly, they're happy to work with me and make sure I get everything that I need. Now, this is something fun. I don't know if anybody's ever seen one of these before, but this is a carb stone. And this goes in the bottom of the tank, and you hook your CO2 up to it. And what this does is it opens all of the CO2 that you're putting into the beverage immediately. So you're getting like a foaming action in there, and it actually helps you to carbonate your beverage a lot faster than if you were to just hook CO2 up directly to the tank and try to force it into the drink. You know, if you were to try and do that in a 30-gallon tank like this, by just forcing it in versus using the carb stone, you would be waiting between like 5 or 6 days just to get the proper amount of carbonation. Whereas by using this carb stone, you get the same amount of carbonation in like 3 days. So it's really, really good for speed and to just make your operations go quickly. This is a butterfly valve. This goes on the very bottom. This is what you're going to be filling off of. It's also connected to the cell pipe. Super, super high quality, very nice rubber gaskets inside, all stainless steel, nice heavy duty piece of equipment. And last but certainly not least, we've got our pressure relief. So this guy goes on top and it relieves at 0.12 MPa, which is just a little over like 15 PSI. Now, because I'm using this the way that I am, I had to do a little bit of modification. If you look at this, I went ahead and purchased this T and this extra butterfly valve. And what this allows me to do is I can close this valve, pressurize, carbonate, and then when I'm getting ready to fill, I can turn my CO2 off and I can actually bleed my pressure off so that I can get to a pressure that's going to allow me to fill without a bunch of head or a bunch of foam. Because if you fill at too high of a pressure, as it's coming out of the tube and going into your can, it starts foaming and then you end up losing a lot of product. It takes forever because you got to stop and go, stop and go. So by doing this, it's allowed me to really dial in the exact pressure that I need to fill each specific beverage. And I can, once I relieve the pressure, I can then add back a little bit of CO2 and I can adjust my filling speed from there. And, you know, a little bit more gets me a little faster, a little bit slower, or a little bit lower gets me a little bit slower. And it really just depends on how much head I have and, you know, how quickly I can move. You know, if it's filling too fast and then it's sitting there waiting for a lid, then you're open to contaminants. If it's filling too slow, it's kind of the same thing, but then you're just standing there waiting. So you get to find the right speed for what you're doing, and once you dial it in, I can do manually 6 cans a minute, which, I mean, your mid canning machine is going to be doing about the same thing, and I'm doing that manually, and that's just because through practice and dialing everything in, I've gotten very comfortable and gotten to know my equipment really, really well. That about does it. Thank you for watching. SS Brewtech is a great company. I highly recommend all of their products. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me, reach out to them. I'll go ahead and provide a link to them below. It's not paid affiliation, nothing of that sort. Just great people, so I would like to give them kudos and send them business if I can. Check out ogsodas.com. That's up and live. You can look through our catalog of sodas right now, and very, very soon, those will all be available to order online and be shipped directly to you if you live in the state of Florida. We're starting in Florida. If you have any questions, hit us up. Willie Cafe in Boynton Beach. OG Sodas in Lantana. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.